Hi everyone. This is a very quick video because somebody asked me about Sadhguru Exclusive. And I remembered I wanted to do a video on that quite a while back, but I never ended up doing. So I thought, let me just shoot this right away because I was thinking about it anyway, about how to respond to somebody asking about it. If you don't know, Sadhguru Exclusive is like the OTT platform that Sadhguru and Isha Foundation have launched. It basically includes a lot of exclusive talks from Sadhguru. So these are talks that he may have spoken in the Brahmachari Satsang or like in specific meetings and small group meetings and even one-on-one sometimes with scientists and stuff, and those kind of very specific files which are being made available. So the review of it. It costs about $900 a year. So it is actually not that expensive. So for a lot of us, it was a no-brainer to just sign up, and I've just signed up and remained subscribed because thankfully I never hit such a bad financial crunch where I can't afford $900 a year. I remember when I was very young, I may not have been able to actually, but that was a different time, and now there's no such thing. So I have kept the subscription on for like since the day it was launched. I still have the subscription, and I watch everything pretty much. I think right initially when it was launched, maybe they were also a little hesitant about what to put out. So I was a little bit. I didn't find the content that exclusive. I thought the content was very similar to the free stuff that was available outside, but I still didn't have a problem watching it. So at that point, I actually liked having a dedicated watch experience because this is like a dedicated platform. You go into it and a whole bunch of categorized videos are there based on certain topics and stuff. So I really like going and watching accordingly, those videos, a bunch of videos on chakras, for example, a bunch of videos on brahmachari satsangs, a bunch of videos on naga, for example, naga worship or whatever. So in that sense, I think it made sense. I think things changed in terms of the type of content at some point of time, and after that, the exclusive really made sense. Like, for example, the content they released for the Kailash Manasarovar series, that was a cut apart. I mean, that was insane content. And so one big thing that happens for me and a lot of other people I know is that we are already watching a lot of his content. Like, there was one point where I could quite confidently say that I know of all the content out there about Sadhguru because you see, I have been associated with him from 2006. That time they didn't have a YouTube channel. So by the time they launched a YouTube channel, I had already heard so many of his satsangs personally in the ashram. So then when they started launching, I kept track of everything. And I had watched so many of his DVDs also. To the extent that there was one other meditator who would actually use me as a library, like, has Sadhguru spoken about this topic, like, that's how I knew everything. But then, of course, since last 2-3 years, there has been a flood of his own social media content, and he's been giving so many talks in so many other places. So a lot of times his 2-hour videos drop. And a lot of times it covers a lot of the previous stuff. So it's a repetition for me. So I stopped being completely thorough with it because I think now it is not possible because too much of his stuff comes out and you're not that much free to watch everything. But because I am like that and a lot of meditators are like that, for us exclusive is an add-on and it's a no-brainer for me to take it. Because stuff that I've already heard of in the free version, I'm getting extra stuff around it, which is very helpful. And it has happened a lot of times where he speaks about something like whether it's the Mahabharata series, whether it's on Krishna or whether it's on Kailash Manasarovar. I know all the content that's available on the DVDs and in his satsang so far. Kailash Manasarovar especially is an absolutely amazing topic. So I know everything. In fact, I personally attended. I was in ashram when he did one of his first Kailash Manasarovar trips. That's when he came back to the ashram and he started talking about aliens and things like that. I was there in those satsangs, personally present. So for me to watch this series of Kailash Manasarovar was amazing because this added a whole new dimension to everything I already knew. So I think for a lot of us, it is that add-on piece, the missing links of a lot of things we've already heard from him. So that is very exciting. So when this person has asked me how whether I recommend Sadhguru Exclusive, and it struck me that they may not be following Sadhguru's content that closely, then I got a little bit, I was a little flumped. I didn't know what to tell because if somebody has not heard any of his Kailash Mansarovar content which is available outside, and then all of a sudden they saw this exclusive series, I guess they would be a lot more intrigued because they don't know the backstory. So then they should after that go and watch the free stuff, because that would complete the story to some extent. But I think it would be a pretty unusual experience if somebody just logged into Exclusive without really geeking out on his free content. That's I don't understand how it would be for that person. I guess that person would just get a lot more intrigued. And right now on the Sadhguru Exclusive, there's a lot of content. Actually, there's a whole huge dump of content, so it may take months for somebody to go through everything. And then if they want more, or if specific topics intrigue them a lot, they can go out to the free stuff and look at those to complete the story bits. And one more thing is that there are the DVDs which were available. I guess DVDs are not being sold more, but of course, I think it is still available on Isha downloads or Isha Shopee for, because there were those long CDs of Karma and Karna and Mahabharata and Vaibhav Shiva and Krishna and Leela and all that stuff. So those series still have more content, because I remember recently they've started releasing the Mahabharata videos, and some of the content section that I had seen the DVDs and I remembered it was quite fresh in my mind. So specifically about the Yuga theory and all, where he explains why the Yuga, what is the Yuga, why it happens astronomically and all this stuff. That is longer in the other DVD series. So if you find his specific topics intriguing, do check out some of his DVDs on the subject, because in that he goes very in depth. But the exclusive content is not totally from the DVD either. So it would be like if you really like his Kailash Mansarovar, for example, then you should watch his free videos, you should watch Sadhguru Exclusive videos, and you should take all the DVDs and stuff that is available for purchase on the Shopee. Or Isha downloads, I guess it's called. So yes, which is interesting. And books also, there is a book aspect which I am not sure of whether he's written about Kailash Mansarovar. I am not up to date on his books. I remember in the early days, of course, I read through all the Mystic Musings and all of those books at that time. But after that, a lot of them got released and I lost track of it actually. I did not really stay on top of all the books that was being released. So yeah, that's about it. So Sadhguru Exclusive, yeah, it's a no-brainer. It's 900 rupees per year. So I think you could even go for annual, if not go on a monthly subscription. I think they were even offering a 1 month free kind of a deal at some point. Maybe not now, but they were. So going for a 1 month subscription seems like a totally no-brainer to me. Just go check it out, see how you like it.